there, I'm Stuart Goldsmith. Hello, hello. This is my Infinite Sofa. It's my massively interactive chat show with the very best comedy performers from all around the world. Tonight, we have performers from Wales, Israel, Hertfordshire, and the generic northeast of England, because we didn't check. And look, let's just deal with this briefly now. It's a fucking hell of a week. The world continues to be on fire. And that we have for you tonight, a pretty white lineup. We're just going to come right out and say it. Alasdair Beckett-King is practically translucent, bringing the average from white to fucking white. We've decided to let the lineups of previous and future Infinite Sofas speak for themselves, and simply regret that on this, of all weeks, we have an all-white bill, rather than hastily fix it for the sake of appearance. All right, let's move on. You're watching on Twitch via infinitesofa.com, and you can also find links there to watch previous episodes on YouTube, which, being exclusive to Twitch, I now hate. I hate it. I hate it like waking up convinced today was Friday and then realizing it no longer matters. Join us in the chat, not least because the people there are wonderful, but because halfway through the show, producer Callum switches the chat to follower only, because let's face it, we're all about exclusivity. We have to be. The audience is minuscule. Or become a follower, then you teach the chat algorithm that you enjoy comedy as well as watching people play Euro Truck Simulator when they've clearly never urinated in a bottle whilst driving. Then it will throw you more comedy stuff, which can only be a good thing. One day you will be able to watch the embedded show embedded into the Infinite Sofa website, infinitesofa.com. But you cannot. Hey, look, we've got with the opportunity to teleport people in. This is a first. This is a new record. We have turned away 10 people from getting on the show because, yeah, I know. But it's all very well telling me that, producer Callum, in the live chat. But I haven't fucking explained how the thing works. So let me get to it. I mean, you did let me get to it. There was no reason for me to read that thing out immediately. Fucking, I'm doing it again. I'm just going too fast. Right. Ready? I was going to go to David, but I've got a joke to introduce him, so I'm not even going to do that yet. Here we go. On the show tonight, I'm just nervous because there's new people here. I'm so excited about new people. On the show tonight, Rhod Gilbert, Jim Alistair Beckett-King, and Asaf and Roll. And shut your whore mouth, it's David Hoare.
Hey.
David Hoare shutting his whore mouth. It's not a traditional double act, as you know. It's not really a double act. He's the Rodney Trotter to my Ginger Rogers. Watching all of these people with me are these members of the public who join me on the sofa tonight. If you want to be one of them, we'll explain later, but we've slightly blown the gaff there. This is everyone on the sofa. We have Alex, the return of Alex M, whose House of Whore, I see. I didn't know David Hoare was allowed to have his own house. Whore house. That is a genuine coup. And I see, Alex, that you're better lit than you've ever been. You've been on the show before. What's changed?
I've been on Shops, and what has changed is I have...
Whoa. Did you say I've been on Shops?
Shops. I just can't speak. These aren't my normal teeth. I had the foresight to bring this up.
Oh, very good. Thanks for bringing it up. Lovely to have you here. It's the return of Sal. Hey, Sal, great to have you here. One of my favourite things about doing this is suddenly spotlighting random members of the sofa and seeing them do precisely this face. I'll do it now. Oh, no, absolutely love it. Sal, you're somewhere in Manchester?
I am.
Excellent. And can you tell us, please, Sal, what's the stupidest thing that you have ever done for love?
Well, when you said that, I didn't interpret it as stupid like daft.
Just now, do you mean? When I said that just now with no prep? Good. Okay, let's get that here.
Run with it. I interpreted it as stupid, as in, why would I do that? And that was go to a football match.
Oh my God! What were the teams? Not my specialist subject.
United at Old Trafford.
I've heard of both of those things. And what? And Liverpool.
Yep.
I've heard of that one as well. Great. So, a stupid thing you did for love. Do you remember who won?
No idea.
Yeah, that's the kind of sport fan we like here on the Infinite Sofa. We've got as well. Who have we got? It's the welcome return of Roz and Sam. Hey, Roz and Sam. If we ask you, who are a couple, what is the stupidest thing you've ever done for love? Can you try to make sure that it doesn't incriminate either of you or yourselves? Go for it, Sam. What's the stupidest thing you've done for love?
Oh, the only thing that comes to mind is watching Skid Row.
The band Skid Row.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever done for love.
Whoa! Let's just see, David. David, do you know any Skid Row? Come on, surely you can throw together 18 and Life. Come on, mate.
18 and no, I can't because
who can? I can, but I'm not going to. So, Roz, revenge time. What's the stupidest thing you've done for love?
Mine's not stupid. Following somebody round Tesco supermarket after I've already done my shopping. Because
Oh my God! And let's hope that somebody is Sam, because otherwise, huge rift. Great to have you here. Thanks for returning, Livy. Hello, Livy. Hello. Now, we had a very different moment there. Livy was clearly like, yeah, not really paying attention. Bang! There we go. Livy, remind me where you are.
I'm in Kent.
Kent. Oh, you're not reminding me. I feel like you're telling me that for the first time. Whereabouts in Kent? That's an entire county. Zero in for us.
Tunbridge and Malling area.
I see why you said Kent. I went on a stag do once in Malling, and it was great fun. West Malling. The best.
No.
Oh, is it not? Is that not one of the good ones?
No, and I know someone grim who lives that way.
Oh, I hate grim people. As well we could. We walked around at a beer festival in West Malling, saying "Malling, Malling" to each other for ages. It was a tremendous amount of fun. Livy, you are House of Bean.
I
Your
am.
House of Bean. Very good. Great to have you here. We'll get to Bean later, perhaps. But tell us, Livy, what is the stupidest thing you've ever done for love?
Oh God. It's the same
It's all right,
person.
Livy. I know I'm putting you on the spot here and that none of this has been prepped. Don't worry. Take your time. Have a think.
Kind of like a toss-up between. It's for the same person. A toss-up between the time I walked an hour to give him some cake, or the time I tried to learn the software that he uses for his job.
Oh my God. What was the software he uses for his job?
It's a piece of It's a software called Nuke. It's a visual effects software. He's a visual effects artist. Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean,
And it's
I've
disgustingly
got a semi.
complicated.
I love a visual effects artist, my lord. So did you learn, David, you're looking appalled that I just said I've got a semi. I forgot myself. For a moment, I felt like I was in an actual comedy club.
Bloody hell.
I think in moments like this, one of the things I think David should look ashamed of himself for being on the show to take the heat off me.
Wait, why am I looking ashamed when you're the one that's done the brand?
Stop. Just let me bully you. Okay, not to worry. Livy, very well done. That sounds like arguably a stupid thing for love, but it also sounds like a pretty great thing to have bothered learning some software. Very impressive. New to the sofa, it's Matthew. Hey, Matthew. Great to have you here. I remember you were in the green room at the end of last show, and I believe you told us that you were in, I'm going to guess, Walton-on-Thames.
That's pretty much right, yeah.
And I remember at the time I said, someone's doing all right, and you chuckled self-indulgently.
Yeah.
What are you?
It's very nice to be on the river.
What do you do, Matthew? Are you working? What are you up to?
No, I stopped working some while ago.
What did you used to do?
Well, various things. I was in advertising for a long time, and then a postman.
A postman? Oh, the classic advertising to postman transition. That sounds like a cracking pivot.
You get too old for advertising, yeah.
Oh, wow, they farm you out to the postal service. What was the largest object you've ever posted?
A surfboard, actually.
A surfboard. Everyone laughed at me. They said, Stu's gone full partridge and it's only 9 minutes past. That was a reasonable answer. Screw you, David Hoare. I knew what you were thinking. And you know, in our personal correspondence, me and David Hoare both refer to him as Lynn. True story. So we have got plenty more people to meet on the sofa. I'm just quickly going to go to the other new people. It's Ali and Cheryl, everybody. Ali and Cheryl politely muted themselves so that they can chat mid-show, which is perfectly reasonable. Ali and Cheryl, whereabouts are you?
We're in Suffolk.
In Suffolk. And how did you come to hear about the show?
Oh, we've been watching since the beginning. I've been on it before.
What? Put your face closer. Put your face closer to the webcam, Cheryl.
We look the same, so that's not going to help.
Oh, yes, I remember you. I remember you. Great to have you back. I love that you've, and well done, you've actually brought a friend. Now, this technically means that Ali is House of Cheryl.
Oh.
We're twin. It's my house.
It's your physical house on the infinite sofa. That simply doesn't matter. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks for returning. Great to have you here, new person Ali. Listen, we'll meet the rest of the sofa shortly, but first we're gonna have, well, two things first. We are going to start the show officially with a fantastic demonstration of physical prowess. We saw a little bit of this in the tech earlier on, and David's eyes popped out like he was one of the Flanders children. Absolutely brilliant. But first, let's say hello to everyone in the chat. Once again, Heather, we've got Heather is back, David Shutter, David Shutter opens with Stu's gone full partridge. Fuck you, Shutter. Stu's memory's a shocker. Leslie says, in other news, do you remember that time you told me what the owl game is? Now listen, this has become a running joke in the writer's room where we script this show, at 11 o'clock on the morning of show day. Mondays and Thursdays at 9 p.m, of course. So if you want to be in the writer's room, maybe you'll learn what the owl game is. I can give you a clue, Leslie. The full name of the owl game is Do You Want to Be an Owl or Not? So you can probably work it out. It's dead easy. So Franimal says, loving the hair today, not a heckle. Always nice when people have to qualify that their praise is sufficiently faint. It isn't intended to damn. RJ Murphy says it's a hoot. Who's that? James Worthrenan says knock knock. And Bean says, shut up about the owl game. I just want to point out to anyone that's previously unaware, Bean is in the fucking show and constantly heckling me on the Twitch stream throughout. So listen, last thing to say before we welcome Asaf and Roll, our first fantastic guest to the show. And then the lineup is just, well, I've already explained, it's wonderful. Last thing to say is you can support this show by donating using the button underneath the Twitch window. I don't even know if we call it a Twitch window, but it's a button and it's underneath the thing you're watching this on right now, unless you're watching in the future on YouTube, in which case, just fucking improvise, pricks. Now, what you do is you hit the button and the teleport is starting at £5. We've already had someone donate £5 during the show. So the way it works is at 10 p.m. in a scant 48 minutes from now, one of you out there in internet land, IRL, Ireland, one of you into the show. If you donate the highest donor, all of these people on the sofa, they donated various random amounts of money, most of them, frankly, £3. But there's nothing wrong with that. I appreciate the support. And let's face it, many of you are donating several times a week. But the point is that if you donate an amount of money, we're going to do a little thing. Someone's already started at a £5. Can't name them yet, haven't been told. But you one-up each other. Donations are cumulative. So if the person who donated a £5 gets beaten by a 6, they can add 2 more to be a 7. You know how this works. I don't know why I'm bothering explaining it. And we will teleport you into the show at 10. We'll send you the login details. You can join us and you can help me interview our fantastic headline celebrity guest, Rhod Gilbert. Understood? Oh, it was Joe Delicious. Joe D with 2 Ds. I'm going to guess that's a Jody, not a Joe. But what do I know? Are you ready, people on the sofa and people at home? We're all at home. Are you ready to start the show with your first guest? Let's start some applause. And welcome my dear friend all the way from Israel. Give it up. It's Asaf and Roll. Great to have you here, Asaf. I say you're all the way from Israel. You're in Israel right now.
Yes, in Tel Aviv.
In Tel Aviv. That's one of the 2 places I've heard of, which is very handy. How is it in Tel Aviv? How's your lockdown?
Better than yours.
That's the spirit. And when I say the spirit, I mean Asaf as a person.
Yeah, it's true. No, it's not so terrible anymore, but they're opening up a bit and now more people are sick, so we're gonna lock down again.
Yeah, look, guys, we've got it all heading our way any day now. Now, Asaf, what do you do in your regular life? Where do I know you from?
So I'm a circus performer and a street performer, and I've known you for too long from Edinburgh,
Probably from Edinburgh. You are one of the few incomers to the bunch of crusty old crumbly street performers that I hang out with, because we normally scurry away and don't hang out with the others, but you're allowed in many years ago, and what a great member of the team you are. Asaf, let's just, why don't you, which way round do you want to do it? Do you want to show us a little thing you've been entertaining yourself with in lockdown, or shall I start haranguing you about your idiotic performance name?
No, let's start with something so people appreciate me before you run me down.
Yes, very smart, very smart. Let's do that. Go for it.
Yeah. I've been in conversations with you and other people before. So, as you can probably see, it's been horrible. I'm a performer who cannot perform, and my wife she works from home, so she took over the living room, and I'm in my study and can't get out, which means gaming, drinking, and playing with myself. Which I mean with my with the back. I'll show you. Just indulge me. Can everyone do what I do? Just do this with your hand to the camera. Right. So go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, easy. Do it with 2 hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, easy. And then, because when you're a juggler, you sit at home, you do that for too long, and then you just do with one leading hand. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and one hand does 1 and the other one does 2. You get the idea, right? But as I said, there's only so much you can play with your own body until you start looking around. I mean, sorry, me English, no very, very. Anyway, and then you start to look around and you start playing with whatever you got. So I'm going to teach you a trick. Yay! This trick was taught to me in a pub in Bristol when I was in circus school. And you take the coaster. You know what? You want everyone to run out and bring a cup now?
Oh yeah, no, I totally did want to do that, and I should have said that at the beginning of the show, but I completely forgot. Everyone, can you get hold of either a coaster or the equivalent of a coaster, an old compact disc, if you remember them? Quickly get it. You've got, I would say, 15 seconds before we start to get lag. Run and get a thing immediately. Look at this. Bean's already got one. Great work, Bean. Has it got James Acaster on it? No. What a massive surprise. Is it a puffin that James Acaster once looked at? Who knows? Lovely Bee. Lovely Bee. David, never put your face that close to the screen again. You were right. I didn't like that. Oh my God. Up your whore mouth, David Hoare. Right, over here, this looks twee. Those are my principles. If you don't like, oh, okay, Mark, you can have Groucho. That's fine. Over here, we've got Livy cracking. Very nice. And look at this, absolutely classic work there from Ian. Lovely, lovely. Looking rather Grecian. Very nice. Okie dokie. Enough people have them as are going to have them. Asaf, take it away.
Yeah. So you take the coaster, you put it halfway out of the table or whatever it is you're drinking on. And what we're going to do is flip a coaster. It's that easy.
Go at that. I think this is an entry-level trick. Let's give it a minute.
Yeah, that's the easy trick. That's the easy trick. All you have to do is hit it from below, make it go around your fingers, maybe a small forward motion, and you catch it.
Just to highlight some of the very impressive work happening here, David Hoare has given himself a weird sort of magician's table. Don't like that. I was very impressed to see Matthew, in the absence of a table, is balancing the card on his hand to begin with. That's very nice. Over here, Ali and Cheryl have gone for going right up level with the camera. That's kind of weird. We've got Leaky. Hey, Leaky, how are you getting on with your coaster there?
I fell on the floor. I found it now.
Perfectly reasonable.
It's fine.
Asaf, I think as many as are going to get that have got it.
Yeah, so let's go tomorrow. Because we have time and there's nothing better to do. So you do two, same time.
Different hands. Does anyone reckon they can do two in two different hands at the same time?
Absolutely not.
Let's have a go.
So just do. So instead,
you do it with one
Matthew, were you saying you recken you can, or were you putting your hand up in school?
I know I can if I can find a second coaster.
Oh.
Well, in that case, take two for the same hand, put them together, and do that.
Very nice. Very nice. Anyone else? Anyone else?
Oh.
Who did someone do it? Who thinks they did it? Hands up.
Who did it?
Oh, David Hoare.
David.
David Hoare. We're going to go to David Hoare. Arsehole completely blew that. Livy, how are you looking? Have you got anything? No chance. Anyone over there? Does anyone reckon they've got Flossie, please?
I was doing it with Switch games and it was too loud, so I
just try one. Just try one. No, it's okay.
I can do it with one.
Go on.
But two was just a bit loud.
Yes. Impressive stuff. Oh, hello.
Love that face. Love
hello.
That
this
face.
is looking good.
And then there's the challenge, the 6 challenge, which basically means 6 coasters after 6 pints or 6 bottles, whatever your situation is, and you go. What? Oh, you see? 6 bottles.
Oh!
That is really nice.
Oh no! Quick, reset before anyone notices.
It's all right. It's not even the big one. That's almost the big one. That's the one everyone in circus school can do. Ready?
Yes! Very nice. Very nice. So what's the big one? You don't mean to tell me you can do something even more impressive than that?
Yeah, one more thing. Well, first of all, how do you know you have a drinking problem? When your coasters are your merch.
Just the name of Asaf's act there is Asaf and Roll. Just to cover this briefly, you know, like rock and roll, but nothing like rock and roll. So Asaf, word that's nothing like rock and roll. Because why not? Because who gives a fuck? It's only comedy, right? Jesus.
You have to let go. It's been 10 years this time.
It's literally been 10 years.
Woosa, Stu, woosa.
So you take two of them, you put one out more than the other, and then you try the big trick, which means you've been to the pub for too long. Pub for too long. Hey guys, come on, that means I'm doing better.
Nice. Thank you very much, Asaf. Listen, I can't be the only one, given how rangy and circusy you look. I can't be the only one who thought when you said the big one that you were going to put two things and then like do a backflip and have nothing to do with the coasters. So can you throw that together for us?
This is called Arak. It's like the Middle Eastern 45% absent, you know, kind of thing. If I do a backflip now, I end up, well, like some of our friends.
Oh yes, yeah, fair enough. A poignant note to end with. Depending on how sloshed you are, just as a final little pop, I love that you've bothered dressing your set with loads of empty bottles here to emphasise how lonely and pathetic you are. You could probably just do a very quick 3-bottle cascade, could you?
Probably.
The great thing about this is if it goes wrong, he's permanently disfigured.
There's 2 hours difference between our times, you know that? Yeah, right?
Oh, Jesus,
so
yes, it's 11 p.m. and you're pissed.
I started really early today, so...
This can only go well.
Oh, God.
Those are glass.
Oh
God. What else?
Jeez, Louise.
Oh,
no.
Right, God.
Wait, I can do it. I'll do it.
I'm glad he's doing
Street
this
show.
Hey. This has turned into a circus version of Saw.
There we go. There's a lovely little trick at the end. Ladies and jelly spoons, please join me in thanking Asaf and Roll.
Woo! Everyone.
Lovely stuff. Much appreciated, particularly because I was genuinely shitting myself about you irreparably damaging yourself doing that. Because as you know, Asaf, those of us who do, you know, circus and have done, I mean, you do circus. I was sort of circus adjacent for a while. But those of us who do that, we know that you just eventually lose respect for the thing that you're doing. And that's when accidents happen. I remember being at a party around comedy booker Corrie Shaw's house and juggling bread knives at the Edinburgh Festival and literally cutting my hand quite badly because I was drunk and stupid. Thank you, Asaf. Thanks so much, mate. Let's give it on here one more time for Asaf Narol. Over to the Twitch chat. Stu does circus, says Kalufi. I'm so glad. I almost never mention it. GSB says circus adjacent. Someone points out that Iraq is flammable. Currently, Eamon is the teleportation leader with £10, and then Josviz, bloody Josviz, immediately chipped in. Great, that's a tenner, so the next donation is $9.99. Now this will not stand. If you've just joined the show, and let's face it, you have, because there are 3 names in the Twitch stream I don't recognise. So if you have just joined us, just so you know, because of my busking for teleportation donations during the show last Monday, someone, I think it was, I can't remember who did it first. Do we remember, David? Do you know who started?
Oh, they were here earlier. Was it Charismatic?
I think it was Charismatic. It was Steph, wasn't it? Is it Steph? I think Steph is charismatic. That's just the thing I think about Steph. Basically, I said a tenner, and then the next, I did a bit of a pitch about, oh, someone's paid a tenner, and then the next donation was $9.99, and then the next donation was $9.98, and the next donation was $9.97, because everyone's a fucking comedian. Nonetheless, Eamon did point out that, oh, great, oh, so someone's done 5, Bean's done $4.99, Philip's done $4.98, and bless you, Eamon, for restarting the bidding at a tenner. Although someone last time, I think Phil Little, pointed out that if everyone did continually going down, it works out as about £5 grand. So Philly Boots,
keep going.
We've got some more fantastic things for you. You can tell you've made it when you don't recognise everyone in your audience. Thank you. Maggie also pointed out that 3 of us did £9.93. Very good. A rack is flammable. Yes, we've had that. Someone hid behind the sofa at the noise of the glass. Several people said, do not try this at home, including Franimal. I wish I had more than 2 coasters, something I've never wished until right now. Now, listen, there are some more people we've barely spoken to. Jack, you're new to the sofa. Whereabouts are you in the world?
I'm from Reading, Berkshire.
From where? In Berkshire?
Yes.
Nice one. Thanks so much for joining. Can we ask you where you heard about the sofa? How did you hear about the show?
I don't know really. I just flicking through the front page of Twitch really. No.
That to me sounds like our target audience. I think if I came to any single person on this sofa and said, how did you hear about the show? Almost all of them would go, don't really know. You're so welcome, Jack. Thanks for being part of it. What do? Do you do something in the real world? Are you working, furloughed, a student? What are you up to?
Yeah, I'm a graphic designer actually.
Something proper. David Hoare, take note. Someone who's done something with his life. Very good. Thank you. And Jack, could you tell us what's the stupidest thing you've ever done for love?
Well, I've been single all my life, so I can't answer that.
Jack, will you go out with me? We can be pen pals at the very least, Jack. Thank you for joining us. And who else will we have? We've got Ian. Ian is a regular sofa member. Hey, Ian, great to have you here. Hey, have we turned emotes on yet, or are we saving up the new bean emote? Your full name is well, I know. It's live. Oh my God! No one used the bean emote until we officially launch it. But feel free.
Too late.
Everyone's been using it.
Is it too late? I didn't see. Okay, but that's the bean emote. I'm so sorry, Ian. I've stayed with your face while we fuck about with the bean emote. Save up your bean emotes, please. This is Ian's.
No, they haven't done that. Oh no, there's a lot of Ians.
This is Ian's time. Ian, tell us, what's the stupidest thing you've done for love?
So at 2 a.m, I drove to my best mate's dad's house to get a guitar so I could play a love song.
Oh, for your best mate's dad. That is truly love across the divides. Absolutely incredible. How long was the drive?
It was 2-hour round trip.
A 2-hour round trip to get a guitar. And did it work? Did the guitar thing work? Oh, Ian.
Fail.
Ian, get in the cupboard.
Yeah.
I feel good now.
And it turns out, this is a little known fact, that best mate's dad was Matthew. No, I don't think that. Okay, Ian, thank you, Ian. You can come out of the cupboard. Please welcome Ian back. Welcome Ian. Thank you so much. Hey, listen, I've got news of a little running game we're going to play. This is Adam Larter's suggestion, Adam Larter of Weirdos Comedy. The game is this, and we're going to play it for the rest of the Infinite Sofa's existence as a show, which is infinite. If anyone on the sofa can replace themselves with a screenshot of themselves on their background and no one notices for 5 minutes, they win a prize. Now, I haven't prepped a prize, so we'll go with a set of drill bits. Some of them are pretty old. We had some building work done. There's a lot of dust. A lot of this stuff is less old than it looks. You get a set of drill bits. If you can replace yourself. What's that, mate?
Really sell that prize. We haven't used these for a long time.
No. I mean, we can't. They're too rusty. But the point is, what I realise that I've done is I've accidentally trapped myself in having to post something incredibly heavy and expensive. Fuck it. The official. Hang on. Here we are. The official Infinite Sofa cactus as of right now. It goes somewhere visible because it's the official cactus. It's always been there. The official cactus. No, actually, you could be immortalised with your own emote. There we go. Your own emote. I love it. This just in. Jay Diller, great to hear from you, Jay Diller, has teleported with £11. So it's £11 to beat. You've got half an hour left to beat £11 and come here and personally correspond with, interact with fabulous guests, including Rhod Gilbert. So that's all of that. So feel free. Hang on, I'm just going to check the sofa, see if anyone's likely to screenshot themselves. My guess, these chumps, this fucking idiot. And there's just something about this prick that I don't trust. I think what it is House of Bean. Anyone even tangentially connected with House of Bean basically just isn't trustworthy. Abby, hey Abby, you're in Liverpool, and I remember you giggle and text throughout the show. That's all I remember about you from last time.
I won't be on my phone as much. I won't be that rude. I'm sorry.
Oh, mate, no, do you know what? It was kind of your thing. I quite liked it. So feel free. Abby, what's the stupidest thing you've ever done for love?
It was a very irresponsible thing, so I want to claim that I would never do this again. But I used to go out with a girl who lived right near me, and the pub
dangerous.
that she was having a birthday, the pub that she was having a birthday party at was also near us. It was within walking distance of me, but I had to babysit my little siblings, but like they were in bed, like well as. So I went out.
Is this going anywhere illegal? Can we just check?
I don't know, but like, for like 10 minutes or so, I felt really bad, and I still do. But like, they were perfectly fine. But I left them for like 10 minutes just to join because I couldn't find anyone to like substitute for babysitting.
Oh my God! I assume everything worked out all right.
Yeah, they are still very much alive and well, all my siblings.
I'm
and my
so
parents
glad.
still don't know that happened.
And those siblings grew up to be Matthew. Thank you for sharing, Abby. Now, listen, we've got a fantastic act for you now. He's just one of my favourite brains. He's one of my favourite brains wrapped inside one of my favourite Elizabethan brass rubbings. Would you please welcome to the Infinite Sofa, making his first appearance of many, I hope. It's Alasdair Beckett-King. You can have a play.
Hello, Stu and sofa bods. I'm sitting on an actual sofa. I've never live streamed from a sofa before. I thought we had to. I've misunderstood the premise of the show.
No. We're all on sofas. Mine's tiny.
Good. Very, very small sofa. In case you missed in the intro, Stu made fun of me for being white. And I just want to clarify, this is how white I am, that Stu Goldsmith is making fun of me for being white.
Yeah, that is true. I'm pretty fucking white, as we said.
Stu is like, check out this cracker. Yeah, and I am. There's no lighting here. This is the natural radiance of my skin tone. I can be standing next to a light source at night and moths will fly at my face for preference. I'm white. No argument, and I apologise for lowering the overall melanin levels. I have one freckle. Let's find it. Too late. There isn't time.
Sorry, no, you were about to segue neatly into your first thing, and I interrupted you in an attempt to segue into your first thing, and then paused, and now we both look like dicks, but me slightly more so.
It was going to be seamless, but I agree, you slightly more so. Yes. So what I was going to say is, well, I know that I look very British. Because basically I can travel anywhere within the British Isles, and within 5 minutes of arriving, someone will ask me for directions. Essentially, wherever I am, I look like my family has been there since 1508. But I'm not. I'm not even from this timeline. I'm from a parallel dimension called the A timeline, where everything is slightly better than it is here in the B timeline. And I thought the easiest way to explain that would be with an animated intro, and you have to bear with me because I have not done this tech before. Okay. Oh, something happened there. I'm small now. I'm really small. Okay. I'm enjoying that a little bit more than anyone else.
Can I just interrupt you teeing this up beautifully to point out that this is one of my favourite things I've ever seen? Like, I don't want to overhype it, but you created this yourself, and it genuinely, my jaw was on the floor when I first saw this. So it better live up to that intro.
Yeah, thanks, Stu. I appreciate that. I did create it myself using, I have to be clear, After Effects and not Nuke. So apologies to Livy. The wrong compositing software. Node-based compositing software. You're joking.
Oh, can we have that on an emote? Node-based compositing software? Are you joking? Or the very least, a physical badge.
What have I done?
Sorry, Livy. The last thing I want to do is create a beef between you and me at this point, Livy. Sorry about that. So here is my intro. Let's see if this works. And I'm going to try and talk over it. If you can't hear me, I apologize.
Okay.
2 seconds. Hey.
Welcome to the future. It's slightly broken.
In the year 1984, a child was born with the power to walk between worlds. They called him Wanderer, Plane Strider. A few called him Friend. But his name was Alasdair Beckett-King, and he was the interdimensional ABK.
Holy what?
All right, this is awesome.
ABK. Whoa! Alternative timeline becomes lazily reusing animations in an unspecified way. The interdimensional ABK.
Holy crap.
Wonder crystals or scepter of jet, or much more likely an amulet. Forces combine in a dazzling ray. The interdimensional ABK. Laughing and freeze frames and more. Learning about recycling. Explaining to strangers it's not a toupee. The interdimensional ABK. Find the strength to put your foes on ice. ABK. They're selling unofficial merchandise. Some not relatable. Some find they stand out too identical. But he gave the show a theme tune anyway. The interdimensional ABK.
Whoa.
Holy living. Oh my God, Alistair Beckett-King, that is just extraordinary. And I have to say, that's probably the 9th time I've seen it. And my favorite bit is moralizing at the little guy that's like a cross between what the fuck is like Uni and Orca.
Yeah, my favorite thing is also that little guy who doesn't appear at any other point in the whole thing, but you have to assume is a character in the show.
Glorious. Listen, just to interrupt, the Twitch stream's gone mad. Holy gingers. Stu has
very racist.
GSB, clap, clap. Dan says, not overhyped. That was awesome. Clap, clap, clap. I need to know if that merchandise is real. Andy Rhys Evans says, I couldn't remember ABK's name during a drunken conversation, so I said, Ginger Jesus. Eamon says, I swear I remember this series from the 90s. It does have that effect, where it's all so well observed that I feel like I used to watch it.
Yeah, I can explain exactly how that works, but I think only Livy's boyfriend or former boyfriend would understand the really, really nerdy details of why it's exactly right.
Could you do us a favour? Could you, for 30 seconds, without pausing for breath or hesitating, tell us the process by which that reminds us all of something we think we've seen?
Okay, well, first of all, I scrutinized the title sequences of things like Thundercats extremely closely to see how they did the animation for the trademark things like the bursts of lightning, how those worked. But I also used Japanese software, which is the main software used for constructing the traditional 2D animations with layers on top of each other. And then in compositing it, as well as adding film grain and stuff like that, I'm adding a little bit of wobble between the different layers because originally these things were being animated on acetates, which means that they're being moved on and off, and so you get a background that's static and a body that wobbles ever so slightly, and a head that wobbles slightly differently, and they have a tiny little shadow.
Absolutely incredible, ABK, ladies and gentlemen. Now, you've got something else that you've brought with us from the A timeline.
That's right, I have. I should add actually, there's a small Stu Goldsmith-ism in that video, which is I get hit in the face with a penny farthing bicycle, which was based on a poll I did on Facebook saying what should hit me in the face. That's the most whimsical, and Stu was the person who said quite correctly penny farthing bicycle.
Did I fucking say that? Did I contribute to this thing I love? Oh,
it was between that or dolphin and unicorn, of course, were the other.
Yes, of course. Options. Of course. Well, I'm glad you went with the best one. Good.
Yeah, I did. So in the A timeline, let me go back to tiny ABK. There we go. In the A timeline, it's basically a better place in lots of ways. For instance, like Weatherspoons is called definitely spoons, so that ambiguity has been removed. You are in no doubt as to whether there are spoons. Another example would be numbers are easier to understand because the numbers all have the same number of letters in the name as the number that they are. If that doesn't make sense, basically this is how it works. It goes oo, two, the, four, good old four. That's out for four. Who likes four? I do. Thank you. Yay. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. and Tendermank. So it's a simple as that.
Absolutely brilliant. Listen, Alistair, while you've been here, I think you've caused some sort of rift, because I don't know if you heard earlier on, we're playing this game where you can attempt to replace yourself with a screenshot of yourself, and Leaky's fucking done it. Leaky, how long has this screenshot of yourself been a screenshot?
About 10 minutes.
Fucking hell. Leaky, you can have the drills and the cactus. I think, Leaky, you can come up with something for your own emote. I'll let you think about that. We'll come back to you later on. Callum, remind me. I think we should probably just have that screenshot. But if you'd prefer to do something different with your face, we'll come back to you. Have a little think about what you'd like to do.
I'll think of something.
ABK, I think you're sorry. I'm always thrown by the fact that Leaky's sound equipment is more superior. It's superior to everyone else's in the entire process. So it sounds like he's the producer. Leaky, could you just say it sounds like I'm the producer?
Oh, I can do better than that. Hang on a minute.
Oh God.
Welcome to my infinite sofa now, Stu.
This is some fucking bullshit. You're in league with David Hoare. You turn off your
Mutiny I can get behind.
I'm just looking at this. That isn't my door. You've built this in Photoshop. What have you done?
Yeah.
From scratch. From element.
Well, it was a bit blurry on the capture, so I just had to rebuild it from scratch with bits of stock photography. It was like
Everybody, look at ABK's impressed face. That was lovely.
Yeah, I was going to say. I now think Leaky was able to follow what I was talking about during the boring bit before.
Yes. I was hoping to cut back in time to catch you going like this, ABK, because it was like, I love it.
I leaned in. I really...
Mate, thank you. Well, congratulations to Leaky, and congratulations, ABK. Thank you so much. What are you promoting? Is there something we can boost for you online?
Oh, nothing really. If you go to me, find me on Twitter, I'm at Mr. ABK, and I did a fun thing a few weeks ago where I did an online interactive murder mystery. The interactive element is gone, but you can still watch it and still solve the mystery, so it still works as a puzzle. And it's also on YouTube if you want to watch it all in one go instead of as a series of tweets.
You have a YouTube channel. Can we subscribe to you on YouTube?
I think it's Alasdair Beckett-King or something like that at YouTube.
Sounds
there's nobody else with that name, so if you Google it, I come up. Don't worry.
Fair dues. Mate, thank you so much. I'm just in awe. Will you please swear now that you will return?
I swear. What's the salute? What's the infinite sofa salute?
Well, I think it's down to you to invent it.
Oh, it's this. Sorry, we've got one.
So
you've already got one.
Yeah, this is it.
No, that doesn't count because I don't know about it. So fuck you, David Hoare.
Clean room thing.
Your Hoare tentacles. That's not official until I say so. ABK, what have you got for us?
Well, I was on that, but it's only a short step to that. So
get on board. Get on board the horse race.
Half and half.
Half and half. That is the official.
We're half on board the horse train.
And look, he has just made it official. Get a screenshot of that and turn it into an emote. Thank you so much, ABK. Thank you. Join me in giving him a round of applause. Thanks so much, man. Oh my God, what a wonderful thing. Thank you to the latest donors for the teleportation. Matthias, good. God love him. Matthias is back £11.98. So he's gone higher, but lower than the actual 12. He's given some wriggle room to someone to try and beat him. And Sarah Kay has just supported us with £6.66 for her own dark reasoning. Very good. Now we're going to play a quick game with the Twitch stream. We are going to play categories. I'm going to give you a suggestion, and I'm going to play this with everyone in the room as well. Everyone on the sofa, get your pen and paper, and I'm going to ask you to write down 2 of a category. I'm going to give you a category, and I'm going to give you a number for it. A number. The category is names. The number is 7. No. Fine.
2 murders.
I'm going to give you a category, a letter, and then you're going to go for it. Write down 2. Everyone in the stream chat, just go bananas as you do. Be as imaginative as you like. Try and get one over. The people on the sofa will win a point if they manage to say one that is unique, given my brief scrolling of what's in the stream chat. Okay, so that I can't check all of them, obviously. Stop caveating it, Goldsmith. Get the fuck on with it. So, I've just noticed in the stream chat in my island there, Franimal says, stay on target, Stu. The category is crimes and criminal acts, and the letter is J. The letter is J. Crimes beginning with J. Go nuts. Mia Butterfly, in the meantime, says, I think the Beckham's daughter is the only person with the name 7 that I know. Someone else has said Wootington Crescent. That seems to me to be the sort of internet version of the Archbishop of Banterbury. I'm not sure if we're having that. Some lovely crimes coming up. Oh, I think J was a tough one. We've got a lot of tricky ones there. I'm not allowing that term. Oh, no, fine. Moderator Sir Blackhand has allowed that term. So we're writing 2. We're writing 2 down. I love it. Alex's writing face is sort of staring at the camera in disgust. That's good. So everyone's writing. Abby, I think, is texting again. Oh, no, she is actually writing. That's good. That's good.
Yours there, go there.
Matthew, put them down. Put them down, Matthew. I'm going to come to you and thank you. Matthew was very diligently holding his up as if he was trapped inside a show and wanted to leave it. Okie dokie. Good. All right then, gang. Okay, stop in the stream chat. Just stop. Jesus, stream chat, can't you stop? Here are some crimes. Okay. In fact, let's go to a punter first. Sal, what have you got for us, Sal? You're currently go for
jailbreaking.
Jailbreaking. Hold on. We'll look for jailbreaking. We've got a lot of the jaywalking, jogging, juggling. Yeah, true. Jinxing the owl game. Leslie, you're obsessed. Jury rigging. I don't. Jailbreaking. Al Knapp had jailbreaking. Unlucky. No points for you, Sal. Abby, what have you got for us?
I said jaywalking. I really couldn't think of anything.
Absolutely terrible. Alex, what have you got?
I put jury tampering.
Jury tampering. Maggie, I'm afraid, in the chat. I'm looking at it now. Maggie's got jury tampering.
Damn you, Maggie.
Shara, what have you got?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm not. I'm nope.
Absolutely nothing. Let's remember, Shara is from Bristol. just love pointing that out. I too am from Bristol. Let's see, what have Rosin said? No, busted. Fuck you guys. God, I love you all so much. Rosin saying you are busted. You may remove your screenshot, and it is now your background. That is
well, they're so much bigger in it.
Oh my God.
How long did you do, guys? How long did you do?
Oh, you can't see it because of the background. 8 minutes, 8.5.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Right, you can have. Do you want the drill bit or the cactus? Which?
Cactus.
The cactus. 8 minutes 31. We can all type numbers into a phone. Right. This is a stupid game. I'm just checking everyone else now. It's tricky because a lot of you don't. Flossie.
No, I just
okay.
I didn't know how to screenshot.
Tremendous fake out there by Flossie. David's attempting it, but I'm not buying it, David. No, you're pretending. No, bullshit. I call whore. You are committed to the bit, and I admire your commitment to the bit. Okay, very good. Do you know what we should do? We should, to prevent further. Has Leaky done it again? Leaky. Stop it.
What? Nothing. No, nothing's happening.
Let's go for the high score.
Unbelievable pack of tricks. Right, I tell you what. The rule is going to be from now on, only one person can attempt that per show. Okay? Only one. You all know the rules now. Everyone watching the show at home. We're all at home. Everyone watching, those are the rules, and you understand how it works. And only one person can do that per show. But Roz and Sam, you're going to get the cactus. And Leaky's going to get. Leaky, do you need the drill bits? You look like you've probably got your own drill bits.
I've got one or two. Yeah.
Okay. You want a cash prize?
Yeah, isn't that like a refund from you at this point?
Oh, snap! Mutiny with Leaky.
No. I think Leaky's actually been very helpful. I appreciate it, Leaky. I quite like the idea that the prize should be you get your money back. Oh, fantastic. Right, back to the game. Leaky, what have you got for us? Crimes beginning with J.
I've got the heinous crime of joke theft.
Joke theft. Did anyone say joke theft in the chat? I don't think they did. Dan Hirschbein said jerking off on a Twitch stream. He used his actual real surname. Judging the X Factor. Genocide with a J. Stuart absolutely murdering. That's very good. Ali and Cheryl, what have you got?
I've got jousting, beheading.
Jousting.
Beheading. So like
jousting, beheading.
You joust someone and behead them.
To joust and behead someone. I've never said this before, but get off the show. You can stay because there's two of you. You've got 2 lives. Okay, who else have we got? Matthew, you had kindly written yours down. What have you got, Matthew?
I had jiggery pokery.
Jiggery pokery, I love it. Has anyone done that? We've got jimmying a car door, jiggling it more than a little bit from PS Twin.
Oh.
Joining a gang, don't mind
Well,
it.
matter.
Joe Wicks, I won't hear a word said against Joe Wicks. That man is a national treasure. Japanese ninjas. So Blackhand, who's moderating for us, says, I'm having to allow the most bizarre terms. J.R. Hardacre says Jersey, tax dodging. Juvenile delinquency, jumping too low, says Franival. I do like that. Joining a bandwagon, but I think no jiggery pokery. 5 points to you. 5 points to you. Very well done, Matthew. We'll do 2 more of these. Jack, what have you got for us?
I've got Jeep stealing.
Jeep stealing, I like it. You can have 2 points for Jeep stealing because I don't think I'm going to bother checking the chat.
Checking the twat.
Oh, sorry.
Emote it.
Emote it. Don't be doing that. January. Good crime. Good work, Matthias. Jar wobble. I don't think jar wobble's a crime. Dan Hirschbein, jigsaws. I like a jigsaw. Jesting. Comedy is now outlawed. Jogging brackets for a second time during lockdown. Producer Callum, you can have 10 points. Very good. So last one. Let's go for now. Bean, what have you got for us?
I have jam theft.
Jam theft. I think I saw that in the chat, but was it you in the chat?
No, I have my laptop closed.
Oh, I think someone else said jam theft.
Alternatively, I do also
I had
have
jam
jelly
theft as well.
Oh, look at this. Matthew had jam theft, and I
What are
believe
the
that was
odds?
Leakey's impeccably.
That's
Hang on,
not-
I've lost. Hang on a minute.
Yeah,
I've
that's
lost
not
Leakey.
working.
There's Leakey. Sorry, Leakey. I
Yeah,
remember.
you can't read it. I need to.
Very good.
Yeah.
I'm prepared to accept that as evidence. Okay, so no points, I'm afraid, for jam theft. Flossie, please. I think that's. Is anyone? Who haven't we come to? Ian? No. Look, I've explained. We only play it once per show.
It's mirrored as well.
Ian, that's.
I've been here since literally the second you said I was going to be one of the fuckers that would do it.
Whoa.
Been here 20 minutes.
Angry.
Do you have your phone to show us the timing, Ian? Because that's apparently the game now.
Just check the time code on the show when you play it back. Just check the time codes.
Oh, fuck. I think he's got me there. All right, hang on a minute. Flossie, what are you up to? What are you up to, Flossie?
And confirm that Ian has been doing it from the moment you said he had been doing it, because that's when I stopped moving and then watched Ian and I thought, is he doing the same thing? And I thought, no, he was much smarter. He's taken a picture and now my arm's asleep. So actually
Comprehensive as usual. Okay, Ian, you get the chance to steal either the cactus or the drill bit.
Well,
or the refund. Or the refund.
Take the money.
I'm going to go for the cactus, I think. I'm going to go for the cactus. I'm going to wager that it's better than a refund because I can eat it.
I don't know, mate. You say you can eat it. Either way, that's better than getting your money back. Come on.
Potatoes.
Hey, listen, you yankees. Who just said what potatoes, David?
Oh, it's just a green room joke we have.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm not going to do the green room. For those of you who aren't aware, is that we let you all into everyone watching in the Twitch stream, everyone watching, you get to join the Zoom room later on, provided you are not an NWOM, that is naked wanking old man. Even WOMs frowned upon. And everyone stayed in it. When did you stay in it until last time?
2:30.
2:30 a.m.
Good Lord.
And the show finished at what? 2:15 a.m. Something like that. I'm just gonna check. My wife is just texting me. She's often watching the show. Oh no, you can't have the cactus. The cactus is not mine to give. The cactus is not mine to give. My friend Graham's mum, who used to work in a cake shop, said when I used to live in Bristol when I was 5 years old, she said, "You can't have the cake, Stuart. They're not mine to give." We've got 5 minutes till Matthias teleports in at £11.98. I'm sorry you can't have the cactus. Name drop here, but that cactus was a gift to us from lovely Rob Smoughton from Hot Chip and Black Peaches. So swivel on the cactus.
He went full partridge.
I tell you what, little bit of Infinite Sofa memorabilia. You can have the paintbrush that I used to paint the back wall hurriedly and never washed. And now it's absolutely, it looks like Spiky Will's hair. Look at that.
Oh, Perfect.
I'll pop it in the post. You can have the rest of the tin of paint if you like. I don't know if it closes properly, but there it is. Now, let's get the fuck on with it. Who was the winner? I think the winner was Stuart Robin. What did Stuart Robin say in the Twitch chat that I loved so much? Honourable mention, by the way, to Turley God, Mr. Tom Tuck, jam scrumping, very specific. What did Stuart Robin have? Remind me, because it was really good. I liked it. Come on. Who's been paying attention? What did Stuart Robin have? This is the worst bit of the show so far. Why will no one remind me? I thought it was really good. Come on. Nope. We're going to sit here. Okay, everyone. I didn't want to have to do this. Put your hats on. Everyone put your hats on. You've driven me to this. Put your hats on.
Where's my hat gone?
Put your hats down and pull your hat down over your eyes such that you can hear the show, but you cannot see it anymore.
You still see through it.
It's on you. I can see through this bad boy.
Yeah, keep quiet about what you saw. Fantastic action there from Abby, who looks like a sort of emo superhero.
He said genocide.
Will do. He did say genocide. Thank you. Stuart Robin, you get 1 million points. People on the sofa, what do points mean?
Nothing.
Correct. Bean looks like a sort of grunge superhero. Ian just... Oh, God. My God, man. Alex, lovely hat there. Alex looks like a Mr. Man. Roz and Sam, I think, are sort of surprisingly gentle for what they're doing. That wasn't a sentence. What I mean was they were surprisingly not tasteful. What's the word? Like non-esoteric, the opposite of esoteric.
Classy.
Yeah, let's say classy. Let's say classy. And David Hall letting the side down as usual.
You can always find me.
Off. We're back in the game. Maggie has just donated. David, I've left the spotlight on you. It's the sort of thing you're supposed to.
I did it.
Oh, you did it and I undid it. Leave it alone. Maggie has just donated £50 and 1p. Maggie, so generous. And it's not the first time you've been very generous to the sofa. So I deduce that you are absolutely rolling in it. You're now what we call a whale. It's all about targeting Maggie and really trying to maximize those donations. Maggie, mate, thank you so much. That's wonderful. And the other thing Maggie does, which is brilliant, is made loads of suggestions about the use of emotes and what have you. It's all in a shared doc, which I will add to the writer's room shared document when we meet in the writer's room. We better get the fuck on with the show because we're supposed to be doing this in half an hour and you've let me overrun. If you would like to donate to the show, whether it be to teleport or for any other reason, you will go in the pool to be on the next show. And who is on the next show? It's Monday at 9, and it's Louisa Omulan of What Would Beyonce Do fame. Louisa Omulan, Scott Bennett, brilliant topical comedian who lives in a shed, and Peter Brush, who I saw most recently doing tour support for Alexi Sale. Just the most wonderful joke writer and the most wonderful kind of deflating energy of a comedian, like very deliberate and perfect. Maggie says, zoom in Matthias, since I'm not zooming in today. So if anyone wants to beat Matthias, they've got 3 minutes left to donate £50 and 2p. What I would say to that is Matthias probably just get the login details and get ready over the next 3 minutes. So here we are. The next part of the show, we're going to welcome just the most wonderful act. Now, she stepped in at the last minute to replace another actor who had to bail. I don't know if that was made clear to her, but I'm enormously grateful. I would ordinarily have booked someone like this far in advance, but I'm so thrilled she's been able to jump in. And I would like to ask now Jess Robinson to start her video while we welcome her with a colossal round of applause from the it's Jess Robinson.
How are you doing?
I've
got my in-ears in, they make me a bit deaf in one ear. So
oh no way, I'm having such a great time. It's just a load of wankers and me, and I'm sort of king of the wankers really.
I feel
really
like I'm home because I'm often queen of the wankers. So
yeah,
let's all have a wank together, but no nipples.
Terms of service.
not allowed. Jess, you may notice when I introduced you there, I said Jess of the something podcast, and then I couldn't read the rest because you've got a new podcast,
Stars in Your Ears.
Tell us about that.
See what I did there? Well, I do impressions and I'm a wanker. So I've got this this podcast.
You will fit right in. You'll fit right in.
So it's with my brilliant live band who are called Jessington World of Adventures.
Nice.
Hello, because you're called Jess. I love it.
Funny,
I love that.
And we get loads of we've had Ellie Taylor, Rachel Paris, we've got Stephen K. Amos, we had Rosie Jones last night. They come on the show. I teach them how to do an impression. We do a fantasy duet where they get to sing with anyone they have ever wanted to sing with, so long as I can do them and it's female. And
incredible.
And it's just a massive amount of fun, and they can choose whatever sort of random mixes of song and singer they want. So they can have Bjork doing I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts, or they can have Julie Andrews singing I don't know, rape me, my friend. Not that one though.
No.
Or they can have Liza Minnelli doing "Starships Were Meant to Fly." So yeah, they just pick it. We perform it there on the spot. And that song that I sang in the middle, that is by 9 Inch Nails. I wasn't just being awful.
I think it's by Nirvana. But
that one, yeah.
sure.
Other one, yeah, other one.
Oh my God! For once in my life, I look cool, and I managed to do it whilst helping someone apologise for having been inappropriate. Yes. What are you going to do for us tonight? Are you going to give us a bit of a number?
Yeah. Okay. I think I'll do a duet with myself.
Yes,
I'm
please.
Not being inappropriate, I promise.
We would love the Queen of the Wankers to do a duet with herself.
Shit. Tonight I am going to do what am I going to do?
I wondered there, Jess, whether you were being classy and yet stalling because I'd put you on the spot. You can have some time to think about it if you like.
I don't want time to think. I haven't got a brain. I'll be doing, by the way, Leaky is my favourite.
Oh, Leaky. Where's Leaky? There's Leaky.
Hey.
Related to Richard Osman?
I'm that tall, so maybe, but I don't think so.
How many legs have you got?
Just 2 when I last counted, but they're very long.
I would imagine you'd probably be like I'm going to stop.
Just on this, I believe I'm right in saying that Leaky has an above average number of legs. Is that right?
I mean, there's still 2 of them as far as I know.
But that's my point. You see, this is an annoying Weasley thing you can use to win money and then hit you.
The average is below 2.
Some people have 1 or fewer, so the average number of legs is less than 2. And
I obviously missed that episode of QI.
Well, all right. I didn't get it off QI. I got it off actually talking to a person in a pub, not watching telly. Actually, it was my great. This is a face I used to do to annoy my brother. Can you imagine this?
This is why Jess prefers Leaky to you.
That's the face that goes, someone's well enough to go to school tomorrow.
Yes. I'm going to try that now. Someone's well enough to go to school tomorrow.
Oh,
what a horrendous. Imagine growing up with me as your older brother.
Terrible.
Anyway, Jess, back to you. I've stalled now. You've had loads of time.
Yes, I'm going to do a song by, it's called Happy Days Are Here Again. But I'm going to do it as Judy Garland and Barbara Streisand. And by the end of it, am I allowed to do this? By the end of it, please can Leaky put a picture of himself on his screen of him with 5 legs?
Okay. With me?
Fantastic. Great. It's a dual challenge. It's a 5-leg Photoshop challenge with a duet with Barbara Streisand and Julie Andrews. Take it away, Jess Robinson.
Barbara Streisand and Julie Garland.
Julie Garland. Yeah, one of the
I've been sitting here, right, since the beginning with a lot of wine. So anyway, here we go. This is them when they're drunk. Happy days are here again. The sky above is clear again. So let's sing a song of cheer again. Happy days are here again. Forget your troubles, come on, get happy. You gotta chase all your cares away. Shout hallelujah, come on, get happy. Get ready for the judgment day. All together, shout it now. There's no one who can doubt it now. I love your voice, thank you. So let's sing a song so much that I hate you about it now. I'll take it as a compliment. Happy days are here again. We're heading across the river. Soon our cares will all be gone. There'll be no more from now on. From now on, forget your troubles, happy days, and just get happier here again. You better chase the skies above, your blues away, clear again. Shout hallelujah, so sing a song and just get happy, cheer again. Happy times, happy nights, happy days are here again.
Oh my God, Jess Robinson, ladies and gentlefolk. Holy Jesus, Jess! I think charismatic in the Twitch stream speaks for us all when she says this is way too high quality for this show.
Oh, thank you, man.
It's easily
I'm
the
gonna bring the tone
classiest
down
thing
then.
that's ever happened on the show. Sorry, you were saying.
Thank you. No, well, I did a massive fart on the last note, which you know,
Yes!
so there we
My
go.
God,
Not
she's getting
so
right back
classy.
into our level. What a professional. And as if we didn't have that to bring it back down to our level. When I did that, smiling at my brother face, Heather Lilias in the chat said, my semi is gone. And John Keogh asks, can you smack someone through Twitch? So listen.
It
yes,
is a really punchable face.
I mean, it really is. It really is. At the best of times, but
Put it on your
especially when I'm
posters,
doing that.
Stu. I don't mind. You can have that one.
Oh, mate, Jess, that was just absolutely wonderful. Listen,
Leaky, look at
whoa,
Leaky.
Holy shit!
There you go.
Oh,
Jesus.
that is
If anyone in the
terrifying.
audience was a murderer, we know who it is now, don't we? Oh my God, Leaky.
Leaky, talk us through the process of deciding on this specific image.
Jesus Christ!
It was the only photo I had where my legs were in shot.
Seems legit.
Just
Where
also
were
your
you?
wife.
What? Yeah, what is this?
What went wrong?
So-
Is that the silliest thing you've ever done for love? Happened to her?
Yeah, could be. It was a weird one. It was a friend of mine. I'll get rid of the stupid picture. So
No. I want it on a coaster.
Yeah, it was a friend was learning how to do portraits, and we booked a studio, and it was full of weird props. And she sort of went to me. She went, "Yeah, that'll work for you." I mean, I
then
don't
you
know what
took
she
her
thought about
apart.
it. Sorry,
And then you took her apart.
and she was already apart. Also, the mannequin was apart as well.
Oh,
Bloody hell.
Oh, very worrying. Very worrying.
Deeply, deeply worrying. That is an incredible. Give it up for Leaky, ladies and gentlemen. That was absolutely phenomenal. And listen, Jess, before we let you go, Matthias has very kindly teleported into the show along with Stinky Pete, the ironing board detective. And if you sorry, 1 second. If you've just joined us, I mean, I started it, but me neither. Matthias has kindly donated to the show, and actually the winning donation was from Maggie. So thanks once again to Maggie. Matthias now has the opportunity to ask you a question, if that's okay.
Yes, please. I love questions.
What sport would be improved by a mandatory amount of alcohol?
What sport would be improved by a mandatory amount of alcohol?
Oh my God.
The one where you have the big weight and you spin round with it and then throw it. What's that one?
Is that the hammer?
That one. I want to do that one. But also, as well as the alcohol, there also has to be a row of old age pensioners.
Nice. I like that. I think that's good because you get the hammer, you swing it around, the pensioners all duck, and you whack them, and yeah.
And then you have to get it in Katie Hopkins' mouth, who's standing beyond the pensioner.
Yes, I like it. Although we try not to say her name on this show, so watching that. Matthias, what sport do you think would be improved with alcohol?
Yeah, what?
Well, Football.
Okay, cool. Matthias, what would you eat when you were waiting in the stands of this football match for the game to begin?
German sausage, of course.
Ah, we were all hoping for hard-boiled egg, but he's his own guy and he lives his own life. Holy hell. So it's been suggested by Callum, producer Callum, before we introduce our final act of the show with the wonderful Rhod Gilbert, who we're going to be meeting in just a second. He's suggesting an emote of Leaky with 5 legs, which I think is reasonable.
It's what we all want.
It did occur to me that the emotes shouldn't all necessarily be individual people, but they should be kind of concepts and things that come up. But we do seem to quite like making emotes of people, so I'm not going to stop you. Leaky, are we able to make an emote of your 5-legged image, please?
I'm sure that sounds like a good idea. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Leaky's stealing the show tonight.
Mate, it's kind of the remit of the show is everyone has an opportunity to steal the show while I give away tools I rarely use. Yes, thank you so much. Feel free to stick around if you like. We'll clap you out, but feel free to stay in the chat with Rhod.
I've stuck my podcast link in the chat. It's not on Apple yet because they take ages, don't they?
It does take a little while, yes.
It's
So do
everywhere
tell
else.
us. I'm going to start making this part of the format. David Hoare, take a note. David Hoare is an idiot, lol. No, take this note. Just wanted to get him to write it down. He's very loyal. He'll probably do it. Helen, there we go. We're just spamming the chat with your link to the podcast. I'm going to make this a question I ask anyone with a podcast. So, Jess, tell us, where can we download your podcast?
I don't really know. Oh, look at my nails. I did them earlier.
First and best official answer. Jess, hello. Wait a minute. Look,
Everywhere.
David.
Anchor.
I'm an idiot, lol.
I'm an idiot, lol. Nice. We can get it from Anchor and presumably wherever anyone gets podcasts.
Spotify, it's there. It's on Pocket Podcasts, podcasts.com, podcasts in your pants. I don't know. It's everywhere, really.
Podcast in your pants.
Ladies and gentlefolk, clearly slightly drunker than I'd realised. It's Jess Robinson. Thank you so much, Jess. Thanks, love. Oh, wonderful. Now, we are going to wrap up the show in just a second with our final guest. And I absolutely cannot wait to have this fantastic guy on the show. Fantastic guy. Oh, that's going to go down well. We are going to play a quick game. We're going to try a quick game that was suggested earlier on. Next show, I'm just going to remind you, next show is Monday at 9. If you wish to be on that show with our fabulous guests, Peter Brush, Scott Bennett, Louisa O'Mulan, then you can donate to the show using the donate button under the thing. It goes through Streamlabs. That's not important, but there's a button. Fucking hell, I'm just tired. The boy keeps waking up at 5:30 a.m. Look, I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm just explaining why I'm all over the fucking place. So, Louisa O'Mulan, Scott Bennett, Peter Brush. It's going to be an absolute banger show. As usual, we will script that show at 11 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning. And the thing I'm trying to find is, this is a game that I'm going to play, right? Now, we need someone to play the game. David, I tell you what, you decide, right? We're going to play Guess Who.
Okay. But am I telling you who I've chosen or am I not?
No, you're not going to tell me. This is how the game works. David is going to choose someone and not tell anybody. He's not going to say someone from the sofa who it is. I'm going to play and I'm going to ask questions sourced from the chat stream, right? We're going to get through this very quickly. And I'm saying that for Rod's benefit in case he's watching. I am going to ask questions sourced from the chat, but they've got to be specific ones like, do they look like a criminal? But be nice to the people on the sofa. So not just like beards and glasses. You can do a few of them if you like. Chuck your questions in the chat. And then I'm going to turn off people's videos one by one. Oh, no. Have I got to ask them to... Can I stop other people's videos? Yeah, I can.
Yes.
I'm going to turn off people's videos one by one until I think I've got the right person and David's going to tell me whether it's right or not. This may not work. We might as well fucking try it. All right, David, have you chosen someone?
Yeah, I've written their name down as well.
Okay. Question 1. Are they, to your knowledge, a dev?
No.
Not a dev. That means I'm stopping Leaky's video. I think Leaky's the only dev. Ian, are you a dev?
I am not a dev.
Not a dev. All right, okay, good question. Eamon says, do they have an annoying sibling staying with them?
To my knowledge, no.
Okay, not those guys. You guys, we haven't misunderstood anything important about this relationship, have we? Do they have? Producer Callum says, "Do they have an above-average number of legs?" I hated that whole bit. Let's not go back to that.
Yes.
John Keogh points out that Ian, that's what a dev would say. What have we got? Do they have a superiority complex, David? Do they have?
Oh, let me
a
have a look.
superiority complex.
I don't think so. No.
You don't think so? I think
No.
that takes Bean out. I think that takes Flossie out. Superiority. I think that takes Matthias out as well. Okay. Next one. P.S. Twitch. Can you imagine me punching them? No, I'm not going to do that one.
No.
Do they have a bad wrist from a crochet addiction?
No.
Nope. That goes Shara. Let's see. I can offer my own question. Are there picture frames in their background?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, shit, that's loads. Okay, so it's not Abby. It's not. Oh, I've got to make sure I write as it jumps around. It's not Ian. Picture. Fuck, there's loads of picture frames. Yeah. Shit. Not Sal. Get out of here, Sal. Wow, that was a good one. I just made that up, but it was good. Grav has just supported.
Very well done yourself, Stu. Very well done.
Were you just, David? Were you patronisingly saying, "Well done"?
Oh yeah, it's like let's make it inclusive for the show. But well done, you, Stu. Very well done.
Okay, people have started guessing. Hitchelizer, whose name I don't know, which means they're new. Welcome. I think it's Jack. Do they have a? Yeah, let's open it up. Okay. Do they have? Is there? Oh God, I don't know. Do they have more forehead than hair when you look at them front on?
No. Wait. No. Sorry. No. Trying to make sure I got it the right way around.
Sorry, Matthew, not Matthew.
Oh,
I'm looking at Alex front on. I'm looking at. Do they have? Oh God, have they made an effort sartorially?
You're gonna have to explain the word sartorially to me.
Clothes-wise.
I guess so. Yes.
You guess they've made an effort. Oh, I can't. It's hard.
I wouldn't go off that question.
I wouldn't go off that question. Okay, we'll bail on that question. Do they have? We're down to 3 now. Come on. So, do they need the toilet?
Do they need the toilet?
Do they need
have
the toilet?
to find out from them.
We'll find out. Is it their first time on the sofa?
No.
No, not Jack. Not Jack. Livy or Roz and Sam. Do they like giraffes?
Oh well, I've not asked the other parties, but yes.
They do like giraffes. Is it? Hang on. Is it Livy?
Livy!
Whoa. Hold that up again. The proof.
I wrote it the wrong way around because it's mirrored mine. It said Livy there. Did I do it the wrong way around?
Oh, he's got crazy skills. Livy, everybody turn your videos back on, or at least let's find out now whether or not that's possible.
You need to do it, Stu.
Yeah,
we can't do it.
Let's just us 3 for the rest of the show. Let's go.
David, can you turn it back on?
Me, you, and Livy podcast.
Oh God, David, ask everyone to start video.
I'm gonna do it.
You do it. So in the meantime, then, thank you. Great work.
Oh wait.
Damn it, sorry, Jack says Hitchelizer. Everyone has rechristened Livy YVVIL, and it looks all weird and kind of red.
Oh, sorry.
Pronounce that evil. I don't know how.
It's a bit. Oh, it's evil Livy. That was great work. I think that game worked, and I also think worked. I also think that the interesting thing there was by the time it got to about 3 or 4 videos left, I realised, and I think David probably realised. No, I wouldn't put it past him. I realised that David could just lie at the end and say yes, it was there.
I think we need parameters on how many questions you can ask. But other than that, I think it was great.
Parameters: 20 questions. That was a fucking bad idea. Whoever came up with that.
20 is far too many.
I thought that was great. And do you know what, David? We could basically you could secretly write it under the table without your arms appearing to move when we get down to the last 2. Then we'd always look like we won. Oh, we're on, aren't we? Okay, not to worry. Big stew and tiny stew. Someone says it's big stew and tiny stew. I don't know what that means. David, I feel like you haven't asked everyone to start their video.
Some of them. Hang on. What am I doing?
Oh, it won't work.
How many people are left?
Yeah, it won't let me turn mine back on.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
Post has disabled it.
Have I?
Hang on.
I've not
Yeah.
disabled anything.
Oh yeah, I'm
Start
back.
your video because the
Oh,
horse
here we go.
This went well.
Oh, this is
There we go.
on a show that has had incredible highs and lows. This is a real high. I really enjoy it.
Very
Everyone's
much
back.
so.
Everyone back? Shara,
Nope.
let's let Shara back in.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
There
Okay,
we go.
fine. So what we've learned is, Follow Frosty, thank you for filling up the chat with the bean emote. And we are now officially launching the bean emote.
Yes.
This is Bean. Bean, let's give us the homemade, the DIY Bean.
House of Bean.
Analog Bean. Analog Bean right there. Check out the Bean emote. And hey, let's get on board the Horde train while we're here. We have now got 9 minutes left of the show, so it's official. I'm calling it. We're overrunning. Let's fucking get on with it. Should we do it? That was good. I thought that was good. We had another idea, for Bean, but we're not going to do that. Let's welcome our final guest to the show. He's a wonderful comic. He's bothered to do a lovely background. I'm going to unmute him. Would you please welcome with a huge round of applause, which starts now. It's Rhod Gilbert.
Ah,
Can you do it? Have I started my video? It says the co-host has asked you to start your video.
Yes, you have started your video.
Have I started my video?
You've started your video, Rhod.
Have I done everything right? Am I?
This is working.
Am I there?
It's all working. It's all working.
it?
This is there's a couple of questions. I mean, first we've got to deal
I've
with
got some questions before your questions, mate.
All right, go for it. You give us your question.
It says at the bottom here, participants 19. Is this for real?
No.
Are you seriously telling me I've got out of bed for 19? I'm allowed to meet more people than this in person.
Hang on. Counter question. It's
not even a
10. Of
squad.
course you're out of bed, you fucking idiot. Of course you're out of bed.
19. Dominic Cummings personally given COVID-19 to more people than this. 19.
Something that I explained in brief, probably without explaining it, is that we are streaming this to a platform called Twitch, upon which many hundreds more people are watching.
How many is on there? Another 5.
I'm going to tell you.
Seems like the good old days still.
180.
180 people. That's a gig.
Oh my God! God, I sort myself out. Sorry, mate. Sorry. Okay, go, fire away.
That's a
I didn't realise this is serious.
Fucking honestly, Rodri Big Potatoes here at his huge arena audiences. And on that subject, we've left this. You're Rhod Gilbert.
Yeah, that's my that's my name. That is my official. This microphone is just for show, by the way. I'm not. As is everything you see behind me. We did a tech rehearsal earlier, very briefly, and I had a virtual background on to hide the fact that I was just in an incredibly boring plain kitchen, and then I've jazzed it up. What do you think?
It's real good.
It's absolutely incredible, Rhod. What I love about it is that until you reminded me of that, I had forgotten and just thought, God, Rhod lives a really opulent lifestyle.
Yeah, he's so self-consciously quirky, but he carries it off. He's getting away with that children's TV presenter look. Yeah, that's my name, Rhod Gilbert. I don't know what to do about it. But that is my name. Do you know the only reason sorry, there was a moth. Yeah, that's why I did that. The only reason I changed my name to Rhod, or not changed my name, but shortened my name, is because obviously being in Wales, in 27 years I spent in Wales before I moved away, and I didn't meet another Rhodri, not one.
Not really?
And then I came to London and started doing stand-up in 2002, and there were 3 other Rhodris on the stand-up circuit in London. I don't know what that says about London, but it's mad. So I shortened it to Rhod, just to be different from all the other Rhodris doing stand-up in London. Loads of them.
Is Gilbert short for anything? Did you Gilbert?
No, that's a regular surname. That's Stu. You'll come across that.
What a fantastically Welsh middle name.
Paul. Terribly.
How many L's?
Oh, look at that. Look, that is clear bullying. Bullying from a man called David Hoare.
Oh, the tables, how they've turned.
Brothel name himself laughs at my name, Paul.
Oh, outrageous. There's loads of comedians. I find, this is a tack we can't do. I was going to say there's loads of comedians who have stage names and it turns out their real name is secretly Paul, but we can't get into that.
Oh, yeah. No, we can't get into that. Yeah, no, that's not mine. No, mine was just Rhod from Rhodri. You know, we were talking about the drunken hammer throwing earlier.
Yeah.
Because that's when I arrived sort of at the thing with a glass of wine, listened to you talking about drunken hammer throwing, and it reminded me of a time when I was 14, right?
Sorry to interrupt, Rod. Can you make sure you do all anecdotes leaning forward on one elbow with a glass of wine in your hand?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I was 14 years old, right? I looked exactly like I do now, 14 years old. We went round, I've always been grizzled. We went round to a friend's house and we were all there. Everyone was having, I know you said you can't mention drugs. Are we allowed to mention cider?
You can mention, yeah, you can mention cider.
Well, we were drinking cider. And I was well into my second tin by this point. And we all said, let's have a spinning round competition, like the hammer throwing, like a kind of.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh wow!
Oh.
And, my mate was a really good spinner, which you've been a 12, 13, 14-year-old kid. You know the kids who can spin and who can't. My kid, he was like into BMX. He was into roller skating. So you could skateboard. He had balance. You know what I'm saying? He was one of those kids with balance. He could walk down. He could walk down the edge of a pavement, down the curb for miles.
A lot on in Wales.
It's a small town life, mate. Small town. How far can you walk down that curb? That was. We went to this guy's house, a mate of mine, and he was the only posh mate we had. We had one rich family friend. He was the rich kid, and he had a nice house, like a really posh, nice house with like art on the walls and vases and cut glass and this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And his parents were out, and anyway, so we decided that we'd have this spinning competition, as you do when you're about 13, 14 years old. And my mate was spinning on his heel, just spinning around, spinning, and everybody was clapping and cheering. I thought, I'll give this a go. Got in the middle of the circle, started spinning, completely lost control, tracked straight over there, hit a table with a vase on it, knocked that off. Then I fell through the window of the porch, put my leg through the door of the porch, fell through into the porch, and the whole porch roof came down. I was lying there. There's 30,000 quid worth of damage in the porch. The vase is undisclosed. I don't know how much that cost. That was an insurance job. The porch, 30,000 quid of conservatory and porch.
Literally 30,000.
Literally 30,000 pounds. And this is 1983. That's a lot of conservatory that'll buy you now. You probably buy a double and then his parents came back 20 minutes later, and we were in shock. Everybody scarped, but they all went apart from me and the guy whose house it was.
Oh man!
And his parents turned up and they said, "What happened?" And on the spot, I said, "A little match girl came round, selling matches," and I ran downstairs and slipped on the thing, and we both said we ran downstairs, slipped on the thing, we both fell. So he took the blame with me.
Yeah.
And then after, everyone was asking me why a little match girl. I thought, because in that moment we needed somebody untraceable. That's why. And
holy shit! Just in terms of that thing of like doing during your childhood years, something goes badly wrong and everyone just fucks off. Just reminded me of two friends of mine.
Everybody was in shock, proper shock, like proper white as a sheet shock. Yeah.
A friend of mine who I won't name, let's call him Rob. But when he was a kid,
Can I just check his name is Rob, yeah?
His name's Rob, yeah. His younger brother, basically they were playing around with a bow and arrow, and he shot his younger brother in the eye at point blank while standing on top of him. To the extent that now his pupil, he can still see in that eye somehow, but his pupil is like kind of double, it's like a double yoker. He shot him in the eye. So his brother's like got this arrow in his eye. And my friend Rob saw it and panicked and just fucked off.
That is what you do. That is your best policy. When you're a kid, just fuck off. I had a house party once when I was about 16 and it went wrong, and then the ambulance turned up and somebody was unconscious and they were taken off to get their stomach pumped and all this stuff. I just ran. I just left the house. I left the party. I just ran, and I didn't go back until the next day.
Jesus, let's open this up to the sofa. Is there anyone on the sofa who has managed to make a speedier escape than that? Has anyone else got in trouble and then done an absolute runner? Hello, David Hall.
I drank like my body weight in Pimm's and rosé and then broke a girl's foot doing the Macarena.
That is the most David Hall anecdote I've ever heard. Your body weight in Pimm's, and if that was enough, and rosé, and then broke a girl's foot doing the Macarena.
The jump. You know the jump. That'll come down.
Show us the Macarena, David.
Go on, I'll do it with you.
Here we go.
And then you go, and then if you want to break the girl's foot, that's when you do it on the jump.
Oh, shit.
How old are you at this point?
17, probably.
And you've seen Pimm's?
I'm from
At 17. You'd seen I'm
Were you not into Pimm's in Wales growing up, Rod? You weren't smashing.
It was actually at a school event as well. Like the teachers had made the Pimm's. The his deputy headmaster made Pimm's, and he'd made the Pimm's with that much Pimm's.
The headmaster,
deputy headmaster had made the Pimm's.
Dave, I went to the wrong school. We lived in the same town. I went to the wrong school.
Yeah,
I think you went to the right school, mate.
Oh man, yeah.
The deputy headmaster made. I don't think I saw Pimm's until I was in my mid-40s.
I'm not going to pretend I've lived quite a middle class life, but yeah.
Where did you grow up, David? Where did you grow up?
Hertfordshire, Harpenden.
Oh, one of those.
You know, in
you were probably doing the Macarena, ironically.
Oh, very, very serious Macarena. You know, in a Peep Show where Sophie's from, they have the Harpenden mug because she's quite popular.
I haven't seen it.
That's where I'm from.
Outrageous. We're just going to go to the Twitch stream. Charismatic says, police turned up to a house party I was at as a teen. One of the kids, pissed as hell, ran away, sent everyone a text saying police equals poo lice, and pissed himself on his front lawn. Wetting yourself on your front lawn's an absolute winner. Heather says, I got abandoned in a pub when I was 17 because the police came in and they ran away because they thought they'd get arrested. I think she means the people running the pub.
Not the police.
And that's the only other people who've had something awful. Oh, here we go. Andy says, we found a tenner in the street. The girl who dropped it saw us and we pegged it the other way. Kind of grubby.
David had the same experience. They all just walked past it, I imagine.
Yeah,
not worth bending over for that.
So Blackhand said, at a New Year's party a few years back, my friend's toddler's sister came in with a Nerf gun and shot me square in the eye. If you're not familiar with Nerf guns, they are enchanted such that any shot in any direction, you could fire one into a bucket of sand and it would literally hit you in the eye. That's just how they work.
Greg Davis shot in Edinburgh once. He shot me with some kind of gun in the back.
We're going to need a bit more than that, Rod.
You'd have to ask him. I don't know what kind of gun it was. He's into firearms. I'm not.
Is he he's got like hunting rifles and stuff?
Well, he's not like he's not NRA or anything. He's just but he likes. He enjoys like I don't know. He calls them. Is it BB guns or spud guns? And
oh yeah.
I don't really know what these things are.
For me, this sounds like an anecdote being walked back gradually. Oh, BB, probably spud guns. He probably had a toy gun.
He shot me with something from 5 meters away. I had my back to him. I was working on a laptop. He was sitting on the couch over there. He shot me in the Edinburgh Festival in the back. It hurt like fuck. And I turned around and screamed at him. And then he shot again. I ducked and I just splattered my laptop screen. Just shut
Oh my god! Later, though, that's a classic double tap. One to get the turnaround. Second one, centre mass. Very impressive.
He claims I don't. When he tells this story, he claims that I turned around. And I went, "Well, my laptop's fucked." I don't remember that, but apparently.
Rod, have you been doing much online? Have you been doing lots of online gigs and bits and bobs like that?
What sort of question's that?
What? It's a friendly question.
Have I been keeping myself busy online?
No, I mean, some comics are like, hey, there's no live gigs, I'm not interested. Some comics are out here, trying to do the internet.
No, I'm one of the ones who's not interested. I only did this because you told me to be big numbers, and I can just see we're down to 18 now. 19 when I started, we've lost one.
Yeah, well, that happens. To be honest, the audience for this show is so minuscule that you really feel it when they leave. But we try and make that a positive thing. That we're like, every time we go one up, we're like, hey, a new friend.
Yeah, okay, I'll go with that. Yeah,
which is why we thought.
No, I'm not doing anything. No. I tell you what I've been doing. I've been trying to get a podcast together. I sort of that's what I'm doing. I've been so yeah, that's what I've been doing. I do
putting all of your energy into not starting a podcast.
No, I've been putting all my energy into starting a podcast. It starts on Monday. Because it starts on Monday.
Oh yeah, right. It's proper. Go on then. What's your podcast?
Exciting, yeah, it's called The Froth. It's me and Sian, my wife, and the dog. 3 of us, and in here, and that's it. Just talking shit, and it starts on Monday. Yeah, I'd forgotten about.
Nice. And tell us, Rhod, where can we download your podcast?
I don't know, man. I think
it's a trick question. You can get all of them everywhere. It's fine.
You get it everywhere. I know we're doing it. I think we're doing it with Acast, but then I don't really know how it all works.
Yeah, don't worry. That's
it goes everywhere, does it? They go everywhere.
Yeah, they all go everywhere. Apart from
it'll go everywhere then.
BBC Sounds or something. I mean, there's some slight boring detail. Let's not do this with you.
No, let's not do it. There's no need. We're already down to 18. Let's not fucking hemorrhage anymore.
Rhod, now I wondered if you would. We were talking before about a fun thing we could do with the audience.
I hate this shit. Yeah.
I would remind
you know me, Stu. Let's do a fun thing with the audience. I love all this.
Given that Rhod evidently clearly hates this shit, what kind of fun thing could we do? We've got a couple of ideas, but we could just throw it open to the audience.
Do I need my red coat, or am I right like this?
I thought it'd be fun if, because you're known for complaining about things, and some people on the sofa.
What do you mean I'm known for complaining about? See what you've done there?
You've got, yeah, there we are. You've walked right into it.
Tied me up in knots.
If anyone has something that they would like Rhod to complain about, raise a hand. Raise a hand if we got. Oh, here we go.
You get me to fucking complain about it yourself, you lazy pricks. Bothering you that much?
What I try and do, Rhod, is make sure that
and complain about it yourself.
What I try and do, Rhod, is make sure that anytime you say something like "complain about it yourself, you lazy pricks," that's the exact moment that I spotlight a young woman.
Oh yeah, great. It's the first lazy prick. Who's this?
This is
Abby.
Abby.
Abby, you lazy prick. How you doing? Fucking waste of space. What do you want?
Yeah. I mean, conceivably, we could just get Rhod to go around the room insulting everyone. That seems to work quite nicely as well.
No.
Let's do a couple of these and then fall back on that. Abby,
I'm not insulting. I'm not insulting the people who aren't trying to get me to do their dirty work. What are you insulting, Abby? Go on, Abby. What do you want?
It's not a big thing. It's just when I moved when my family moved into this house, like my bedroom has like a fluorescent light, like the light that's in offices, rather than like a nice homely light.
Right, it's beyond your wit to change the fucking bulb, is it?
Yeah.
Done. Next. Hands up. Hands up. Here we go. We're going to do Rhod Gilbert's instant solutions.
You've got the gumption to put up festoon lighting everywhere, but you can't change a bulb. Fair enough. Want that giraffe picture moved half an inch to the left.
Libby, what's your challenge? Rod's going to fix it or sort you out?
It's a challenge now, isn't it?
Something that really annoys me is when people put things down on a table, but they leave like part of it hanging off the edge of the table, and then I have to go and like.
Right, Libby,
like,
what I'm
put
going
your
to do
things down on the table properly.
Libby, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go quiet for a second, so you can have a good hard look at yourself. Let's have a few seconds here to take stock of what you've just told me. You get annoyed when people put things down on the table in the wrong place.
It's like when they leave it half off the edge. Like as an example, like if people put.
Yeah, give us an example, because I can't. Give us an example, Livy, because my brain can't even go there. What, somebody's put something down and half of it is off the edge of the table.
Like when they put something on the table and half of it's just like.
Can you show me again? Show me again, because I imagine it. A failure of imagination on my part. I'm trying to imagine something half on, half off.
Like that.
Oh, like that.
I hate it.
I imagine the pen is acting as a counterweight there. Without that, the thing would go over.
Done. Next, let's have another one. Ian, here we go. Here we go. Ian, what's your situation?
Oh, come
So
on, you prick.
when you're in the shower
Right.
and somebody turns the tap on, so you end up having to have a cold shower.
What about it?
Well, it's a bit annoying, isn't it?
Yeah. What you do is what what you do with that one over the year, I'm a 51-year-old man. What I've found is you just say, hey, everyone, I'm going to have a shower. You've not used the tap for a couple of minutes. Problem.
That's good. Nailed it.
Part of me feels like you knew that, Ian.
I think we should have got out when I said done. I thought that was a perfectly good out. My fault.
Also, it looks like you haven't had a shower for years anyway. Maybe that's why.
Hey, Ian is a trusted member of the team. I will not have him impugned. Let's have hands up. Who's got one? Hands up. Oh, let's go to Alex.
When you're out in the street and you just get stuck behind slow walkers, it does my fucking head in.
Yeah.
This is pre-lockdown.
Oh yeah, now it's people who just take over the street. But yeah, pre-lockdown, it's slow walkers.
Doesn't everybody take over the street now? Isn't that the whole point?
you got me there.
Yeah. What I see slow walkers. I don't know. Just walk on the other side of the street, mate. I mean, don't. Where do you live?
I live in Hemel, which is near where David lived.
Was he the main problem?
Next, let's go to Matthias. Let's go to Matthias because Matthias. Hang on. Before we do, let's go to Jack. Let's invite Jack. Jack, what's your issue?
Hang on, Jack. Have a think about what's upset you so much when I get a beer.
Well, in the meantime, while Rob's getting a beer, I'm going to remind you.
I've got it.
Oh no, he's fine. I'm not going to remind you of any goddamn thing. Let's go to Jack. Jack, what can Rod help you with?
Does this give you PTSD?
Hey, look at it. It does actually.
Oh God!
Wow!
Oh, no.
You've managed to get rid of the celebrity guest, Jack, on your
That is. This is not the original, the very original one. They're talking. If you don't know what's going on, it's a routine I did on TV about 10 years ago, I think. And I paid 180 quid for a toothbrush just to do this fucking routine.
That is the commitment to comedy you get from a fucking professional.
More than that, mate. I did it on I think it was Michael McIntyre's Christmas show, whatever. And at the end, I threw this into the wings of the theatre. It went off into the wings of the theatre. And then I went to get it, obviously, after the show, because it's 180, because some fucking nicked it. Somebody from the production. So I had to buy another one to do the 360 quid toothbrushes I had to buy to do that routine. I don't know who nicked it. So this is a replacement. How much? I think that's the same model, actually. Has that got the 3 little green lights at the bottom?
Like that.
Whoa! It's the same one. How much do you pay for that?
I can't remember now. It's so long
Where
ago.
did you buy it and when?
I found it in the wings of a theatre.
Yeah, you lying bastard. That's fucking stolen property, that is.
Let's go to Matthias next, because Matthias teleported into the show in order to ask you a question. He's sat next to an ironing board with a face on it. Best not to ask.
We've all been there. It's been a long few months.
Stinky Pete.
Matthias.
Why is it that the short for World Wide Web has actually 3 times more syllables than the word?
You did you get that? I think your sound went slightly weird. Why is it?
I tell you what it sounded like, Matthias. It sounded like you said, because your sound went weird. Why is it that the abbreviation for wet, wet, wet? I was thinking, what, the band of Marty Pello?
Marty Pello.
www. Isn't fucking wet, 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 mate? Got nothing to do with the band. Why is it? Why? What is the question?
Wide Web. It would. I think Matthias's point is it'd be faster to say World Wide Web than www.
Yeah, I think
what, syllables.
Yeah, what you fail to understand is that it's largely a written thing. At what point in lockdown did you create that partner there, Matthias?
Last show.
Oh, the last show.
Yeah, he was on the show last time. Something I probably hadn't made clear, Rod, is that there may be 180 odd people watching online, but this bit is largely us. I established some super fans of the show about 3 months ago, and I basically can't seem to shake them.
Talk to me after the show. I'll tell you how to get rid of the nerds. It's easy, honestly. By midnight tonight, you'll have lost a lot of them. Don't worry about that.
Oh, perfect. Rod, we've got a little thing. I meant to mention this earlier on. You
not
can
another
bail on this
fucking little thing.
if you don't want to. It's a little fun thing. I know how you love them.
Yes, yeah, fun.
I can think of few comedians I think would react worse to this bit, but let's give it a try. It's called Emergency Impressions, and you've basically got 3 minutes to contact someone who can do an impression of you and get them to send like a 10-second video impression of you and then show it to us on your phone.
Say that again. You've got...
do you know someone that can do a half
It's right for you nerds that hear all this 10 times a day.
You need to know someone, think of someone who A, can do an impression of you, and B, would be prepared to send you one now at 10:45. So then you've got 3 minutes to contact them and say, quick, send me an impression of yourself, an impression of me, Rod. And then
like a video or an audio? Video or an audio?
Video, ideally.
Video and doing an impression of me. I've got 3 minutes, you say.
He's on it. We've got 3 minutes. I'm starting
What do you do while I do this for 3 minutes?
All of us just sit here and stare at you. Actually, I mean, that's entirely possible. Now, what we do in the meantime, while we do this, we're just going to go over to the chat stream. John says, please text Stu. Holl says, get Sean to do it. Don't you fucking dare get Sean to do it. That's unacceptable. Rod loves whimsy, says Maggie. And Ray has used every single one of the emotes. We've got Bean, we've got Cool Stephen, we've got the whore train, Ian in the cupboard, and the infinite dev, which I didn't realise. Heather says we're only here to get you cancelled. Oh, it's everyone reacting to the fact that I said I was trying to get rid of the fan base. My parents call it the WW, says Mia. So look at this. This is a dramatic break with tradition. Rod is actually ringing someone because he's 51 and that's what they used to do in the old days. David, could you just give us a little gentle song in the background while I work out what's next in the script?
Do you want an actual song or do you want me to?
Yeah, I didn't mean background music.
You
I
mean
said
music?
gentle song. Not to worry, I've had a moment to think now.
I can play you a song. A quick song.
It's Louise. In a second,
No,
Louisa Omiland, Scott Bennett, and Peter Brush. Chops Comedy is on Tuesday. Tuesday at 8 p.m. on this channel. And the new green room. I'll tell you about the green room while we sort this out. David, give us some backing music for the green room. Bit of backing music. So what we're going to do for the green room?
I've got you. I'm on this Stuart Goldsmith.
At the end of it. At the end. In fact, why don't we just listen?
Don't worry, but they can hear you. He's doing some fucking fun. Redcoat's doing some fucking battling's fun, yeah. I'm doing bloody old cheesy Goldsmith's fucking
cheesy Goldsmith.
Oh, yeah, we're live. Cheesy Goldsmith. Doing some. He's doing some fucking fun feature.
I've muted Rod, and I think not before time. So, yeah, look. Oh, you can see that Rod's actually quite cross that he's been muted. That's quite fun. So what we're going to do at the end of the show, we are going to do a green room where we put in the Twitch chat the Zoom login for this Zoom room, and David will steer you through until, well, last time it was 2:30 a.m. Fucking hell, I can't stay for that long, or indeed very long at all. So I'm just going to unmute Rod. Hello, Rod. I'm trying to unmute Rod. Rod's not unmuting. There he is.
Oh, I didn't even realise you'd muted me.
That's fine.
Oh, I've just been slagging you off tremendously.
That's perfectly reasonable.
I got somebody on the phone. I've literally told them you're doing some fucking fun thing.
No, we got that. It was when you said old cheesy Goldsmith. I thought it was an appropriate time to
you muted me after cheesy Goldsmith. Old cheesy Goldsmith muted
So
me
are
after I said cheesy
they going to do the impression live down the mic?
Yeah, they're going to do you're right to do an impression live down the mic, Barry.
So can you bung it? That's it, to the mic. Thank you.
Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, with his Rhod Gilbert impression, and it's just a bit of fun. I know for a lot. Hang on, Barry, you haven't started yet. I know for a lot of you, think it's just a bit of fun, all right? It's all just bear that in mind. This is F-U-N, capital F, capital U, small n, just fun. All right, Barry. Sorry about this, mate. Oh, yes, please.
There's a chance you could be holding it nearer the mic, Rod. I can't hear anything.
Hang on, Barry. Hang on, Barry. I haven't got you near the mic, apparently. Fair play. Fair play. He's been doing a good old couple of minutes.
Where is this? Yeah, go on.
Too much technology here, man. Technology. I got a fucking phone. He's on speaker. I got this. I got this. I got this. I got this. What do I do?
Hold the bit that you would normally listen to. Put that right next to your microphone.
Oh. Okay. Okay, Barry.
Bit of fun. Barry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm assuming that was Castagnola, was it?
That is. I mean, I'll get their reaction in a minute. It sounded pretty good to me, though, Barry.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm really sorry to bother you at 11 o'clock, but it was fun, wasn't it? Oh, we all had fun. He says he's had a great time.
Yeah.
Was that
okay.
Barry Castagnola?
Go back to bed now. Pleasure. Bye-bye. He said he had a great time.
Oh, God. What a lovely bit of fun that was.
Oh, my God. Honestly, that was fun.
Rod, thank you so much for joining us. We've already overrun by 20 minutes, and it's entirely my fault.
If I'd known that, I'd have hung up 20 minutes ago.
Mate, thank you so much for joining us. Tell us the name of your podcast again.
The Froth. The Froth podcast comes out on Monday. But,
have you done that thing of releasing a trailer a week early so that people can subscribe to it right now before it launches?
No.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking Mr. Rhod Gilbert. We didn't even get to talk about the beard, but it's a wonderful beard, Rod. It's very becoming. And
as always, Stuart, a wonderful pleasure to talk to you and your lovely bunch on there. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks so much for having me, and stay safe and take care. And I'll see you soon, pal. See you on the other side.
Cheers, mate. Thanks, Rod. Thanks so much for coming.
Guys. Pleasure.
Did anyone else feel a bit like that last bit? The stay safe, look after yourselves. Thanks, I've had a great time. He said that's kind of routine. It was like, oh, sorry, Rod.
I have been rehearsing that all fucking days.
Thank you. Give it up for Rhod Gilbert. So much. Cheers, Rod. Really appreciate it. That's our show, everybody. Thanks so much for coming. Thank you for bulking out the viewership with more than the 18 people Rod initially suspected he was playing to. What a load of fun. Please subscribe to the Froth podcast as soon as it comes out on Monday. Listen to Stars in Their Ears, which is the fabulous Jess Robinson's podcast. It's coming out soon. Alasdair Beckett-King, you can go to Alasdair Beckett-King's YouTube channel. And tomorrow, before I forget, at 1 p.m. on this Twitch channel, we are doing a listen party. We're going to listen back to the ComCom episode. I think it was episode 200, was it, with Stuart Lee? We're going to listen back to that episode. I'm going to be there. We can cluster around it in the chat. I'll be there for as long as people are there. I mean, if it's just me listening back to myself, I can think of literally nothing worse. But it's a fantastic episode with Stuart Lee. We're going to play it on the stream at 1 p.m. I think we're going to start at 1 p.m. and I'm going to introduce it and stuff. And then I'll stick around in the chat and we'll have a bit of a laugh. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Abby. Thanks so much for coming. I feel like we should do... What do we do at the end of the show, David? I'm so tired. I can't remember what we do at the end.
You want to get everybody in the green room.
Oh, fucking hell. We're really going to... Do we think that's a good idea? People in the Twitch chat, what do you reckon? Are you up for it? Leaky says he's making a cheesy Goldsmith emoji. Thanks a lot, Leaky. I think Leaky was one of the heroes of the show. Give it up for Leaky.
Leaky. Well. Dev! Oh, my God!
My God!
Absolutely outstanding. We are playing with fire here. We're playing with fire. So you were a hero. Abby, you took a sort of tongue lashing from Rod there rather well, I thought. Thank you very much for joining us, Abby. Livy, spectacular work there from Livy. Thank you so much to Jack. Cracking work with the toothbrush there. Jack,
Yeah.
round of applause. Thanks for coming. His first time on the sofa. We're also going to say thank you to Flossie, please. So great to have you. And listen, just big love to anyone out there suffering because they've got a sibling they've got to deal with. Really appreciate it. And you've... Hello.
What is that?
What? Hello. This isn't just Roz and Sam. This is Egg Matthias and Roz and Sam.
It's a hard-boiled egg I decorated in homage to Matthias.
This is absolutely wonderful. And of course, next Infinite Sofa on Monday, I expect anyone who wants to be on the sofa to have pre-drawn on a hard-boiled egg with Matthias's face. Right? So there's Matthias. We're going to get a hard-boiled egg with Matthias's face. That's what he looks like. Points. Just extra points generally available there. Give it up for Roz and Sam. That's absolutely immense. Thank you, Bean. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for being on the show. Thank you, Matthew. Give it up for Matthew's first time on the sofa. You can do Matthias or Matthew. It's up. Hey, Matthias, to just check, Matthias, did you grow up and turn English and that little boy turned out to be Matthew? That really would be good. And then we'll choose the best Egg Matthias and we'll turn it into an emote. In the meantime, the Black Hand is going to be working hard on the five-legged emote of Leaky. Okay, gang, are we going to...
Don't let him in on stream. Don't let him in on stream. End the show. And then...
Okay. We're going to end the stream, but before we end the stream, we've got to put the Zoom details in the Twitch chat. If we're
That's already been done.
It's been done. We'll see you all in here. Holy shit. We're ending the stream. Not on David's face, we're not. Holy shit. God, I'm so sorry you had to see that. Thank you very much, everybody.
Very subtle mutiny.
For some reason, whenever it's a show day, I get really keyed up and nervous about the show all through the day. I don't know why I'm nervous. I love doing the scripting thing in the writer's room. And then I get really nervous. And I just sort of general kind of gig anxiety. It is always absolutely so much fun. And just thank you all for being part of it. I am thrilled that whatever else is happening during the lockdown and as the world burns, this is just such a joyous thing to be a part of. Thank you all. We're going to open the thing now. Holy fuck. Good luck, everybody. Me and Woms will all just bail and get out of there. But that's it. Goodbye, streamers. We'll see you tomorrow at 1 or Monday at 9 for Louisa Romeo. Goodbye.